Welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In this session, we are going to discuss further about the investigator's brochure. So, what is the investigation brochure? This is the first question which arises in our mind. Basically, when we go for the investigational new drug application, IND application, one of the document requirement is the investigator brochure. Investigation brochure basically compiles all the clinical and the non-clinical data of the investigational product. So what is the investigational product? It is the new product. Now since it is coming to the market for the first time, and if we want to conduct and get the product registered for the first time, we need to apply to the regulatory agencies. Now when we talk about the IND, investigational new drug application format, there are many documents which are being required since the product is going to be registered for the first time. So the FDA, the regulatory agencies wants all the information regarding the safety, regarding the toxicity, regarding the dose, regarding the side effects, adverse events. So one of they require several documents when we go ahead for the any agency which goes ahead for the investigational new drug application. So one of the document which is being required is the investigation brochure. So investigators brochure basically comprises of the clinical and the non-clinical data which was actually conducted on the investigational product. Now this data is very important as it has a huge relevance of the product, and since it has to be used on humans, so it needs to be thoroughly studied out. So the sponsor, the company which actually conducts out the studies on the non-clinical and the clinical studies provide this data, and the brochure is being designed by them. Now this brochure has to be in a certain standard format. So there is an index which needs to be followed, which comprises of all the information, design information in the detail that we shall be discussing step by step. So the basically investigation brochure is directed for the farmer, for the physicians. It is being directed for the person who analyzes it carefully and who try to understand the interpretation with the human respects. Since it comprises of non-clinical data as well as the clinical data, so like the things have to be interpreted very carefully, since the product, investigational new product, is ultimately targeted to be marketed on the human population. So what is the need for this investigation brochure? The actual purpose of preparing this investigator brochure is that it acts as a source of information. Source of information to whom? To the investigators and other people involved in the registration, other people involved in the clinical trials. It also at the same time enables physicians and other potential investigators to understand and make their own interpretation, which should be unbiased, and also risk benefit assessment of the appropriateness of the proposed trial. So whatever trial is being planned, is being conducted for the non-clinical study, clinical study, it has to be done thoroughly with the advice of the physicians, with the advice of the investigators, and it has to be thoroughly conducted. Now, then once it is being conducted out as per the brochure, the results have to be interpreted well. So like everything has to go in the place, and like it needs to be elaborate, and the interpretation has to be carried out very carefully. Now let us try to understand the contents of the investigator brochure. Basically, the whole investigator brochure is divided into 8 categories. We shall be discussing them one by one. You can see the sample of the investigator brochure in this image also. So like it starts with the title page. This title page comprises of the information about the sponsor's name. It also includes information about the investigational product. So this is the product which is under analysis, and for which we are actually testing and conducting out the non-clinical and the clinical studies. So after that, it should have some release date, on the which date this document is workable. Then the confidentiality statement. This is very important. So this statement actually asks the sponsors who may wish to include a statement which constructing the investigator to treat the investigational brochure as a confidential document for the sole information and use of the investigation brochure team. So the document is very confidential. Whatever results are mentioned, they are confidential, and that needs not to be shared, because my dear students, you can understand that since it is a new product, and it is still not there in the market. So studies are being conducted out for non-clinical and clinical studies. Then it will go for the registration. So once it is registration, the product will be patented as well. So like for the patent information, one should have this confidentiality assessment. Then after that, the table comprises of the third part, which is the summary. Now this summary is about the physical, chemical, pharmaceutical, pharmacological, toxicological, metabolic and other clinical information about the investigational product. So whatever product is there, since the product has been developed, so it comprises of all the physicochemical property characterization. Then next, the fourth part, which is actually the information about the introduction and the clinical name, pharmacological class, anticipated therapeutic effects. Then the next category is about the description of the investigational product. So it comprises of the physical and the chemical and pharmaceutical properties of the investigational product. IP here refers to investigational product, and also it mentions about the storage and handling of the investigational product, and any structural similarity with other known compounds should be provided. So it is basically comprising of the summary part. So it describes the product, it classifies the product in detail. Then next is, this is very important part, sixth part is about the non-clinical studies. So whatever results of non-clinical, pharmacological and toxicological, pharmacokinetic and investigational product metabolism studies have been conducted, they should be provided in this summary form. So it should specifically mention about how many species of the animals were tested, what were the number of the sexes in each group, then what were the unit dose being provided to them, and what was the frequency of the dose intervals, what was the route of administration, and what was the duration of the dosing department. So like it is a detailed study, it has to be conducted in phases, and like groups have been divided for animal and how they are being treated, what, so all these things have to be mentioned in this non-clinical sixth studies report part. Then it also comprises of the non-clinical pharmacology part. So since it is about the pharmacological aspects, so a detailed summary of the pharmacological aspects of the investigational product which has been studied in animals should be included. It should include information about the pharmacokinetic and product metabolism in animals. So it should include a brief summary of about ADME, absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination, and biological biotransformation and dispositions. It should also include information about the toxicology part, because the safety concerns are very much required. Efficiency of the drug, safety and toxicological profile plays a very critical role for any drug. So whatever studies have been conducted to prove that the toxicity profiles found in the animals, either in the single dose or in the repeated dose, and nowadays carcinogenicity and special studies like irritancy and sensitization are also being conducted, and reproductive toxicology and genotoxicity studies. So nowadays investigational new drug development is a complicated process. It is a detailed, elaborate process, and it should cover all these aspects. They were not previously covered, but nowadays IND application is a very exhaustive application and comprises of the detailed study about the carcinogenicity, irritancy, sensitization studies, reproductive toxicology and genotoxicity studies. Then in the seventh part, effect on the human beings have to be interpreted out. So throughout discussion of the known effects of investigational products in human is to be provided. Information about the pharmacokinetics, metabolism, pharmacodynamics, dose response, safety, efficacy and other pharmacological activities have to be conducted. So like the main idea is to interpret the effects of the drug on the humans in a detailed way. Pharmacokinetic, metabolism, pharmacodynamic effect, and a detailed study about the safety and efficacy evaluation, and also about how the product is going to be marketing experience. And the last part. So last part is the overall summary. Overall summary of the data and whatever guidance has been provided by the investigator for that particular investigational product. So this section actually contains the clinical and non-clinical data interpreted about the investigational product. It also provides the investigator a clear-cut understanding what may be the possible risk what may be the hazard associated with this medication, and any sort of the observations and special precautions which are needed for conducting the clinical trial. So you can say this is one of the very important document, and it has to cover the each and every aspect of the drug, starting from the drug development, physicochemical characterization, conduction of the non-clinical study, conduction clinical study, start from the kinetic part, pharmacodynamic assessment, safety assessment, toxicological assessment, even the carcinogenicity analysis, sensitization study. So it in a nutshell covers the whole aspect of the development process. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates.